And we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my peepo. You know that it helps us out a ton. And of course, it helps you because it helps us keep bringing you these stories every day. Now, y'all, Katie Wilson. I think we're going to be talking about her a lot, y'all. Katie Wilson, the mayoress. She's the new mayoress of Seattle, Washington, y'all. And things aren't going so well for her right now, y'all. Why do I say that? Because Katie Wilson seems like she may be a little bit in over her head. There are major developments happening in Seattle, like, for example, Starbucks. Everybody knows what Starbucks is. They have started to diversify away from her city, probably due to anti-business practices and high taxes. And so people are asking the mayoress about it, like, Katie, what are you gonna do about this? You'll see, she's an avoider, y'all. That's my label for her. She's an avoider, and people are starting to say, Katie, you're supposed to be transparent, but we don't see a lot of transparency here. So whenever a tough question comes up about violence, about Starbucks, about business, she tries to run away. She has her underlings, you can see her underlings try to shuffle her away from the tough questions. All the while, people are like, we thought you were all about transparency, y'all. And check this out. One more thing before we get into the video. Would you have guessed that the question of violence and the question of stopping violence in Seattle is tied in directly to the people who are in the country without permission, y'all? What I mean by that is she doesn't want to do anything that's gonna stop violence if it might affect people who are in the country without permission. So y'all, we're gonna get into all that in a tight, quick video. Without further ado, the most famous and successful companies out of the Seattle area. People want to know, hey, they're diversifying away from us. Mayoress, can you tell us what your plan is? Mayoress, what's your opinion? Are you going to do anything? They're closing down stores here. And as you'll see, this wasn't the first time that she's been running away from this question for, I don't know, months at this point.
Seattle has a level of taxation that does not exist in any capacity in Nashville.
And now, because of that sentiment, a lot in the city are concerned more businesses could soon follow suit. KIRO 7's Jake Chapman tried asking Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson today about what she thought about the company's move.
Starbucks is still keeping their global headquarters here in Seattle, but some of those jobs that are in this building right here, well, they will be moving to Nashville. So when we asked Mayor Wilson if she had any concerns about it, she wasn't having it.
Mayor, do you have an additional comment about Starbucks expanding to Nashville? And for someone who's gone toe to toe with Starbucks in the past.
That is why I am proud to join them on their picket line and proud to say loud and clear, I am not buying Starbucks and you should not either.
Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson didn't want to talk about the coffee giant building a new East Coast headquarters in Nashville that would also take jobs away from Seattle. But this is a chance for us to ask you just your thoughts about it, and is there any concern about other businesses leaving?
Because this is a big Starbucks to Seattle.
This is, again, not the subject of our press conference.
Yet when she finally answered.
So Starbucks expansion to Nashville has been in the works for years. Seattle will remain their North American HQ, and we're confident of that.
Thank you, everybody.
And also, y'all, during a recent interview, shots rang out, y'all. Shots rang out, and everybody was afraid. People were wondering, are people trying to shoot the mayoress? It turns out they say probably not, right? Probably not, which is good. I mean, somebody getting shot at or shot is not good, but the fact that it's not the mayoress is actually a relief. And so reporters wanted to know, well, you know, we have these closed circuit, we have these CCTVs, we have these cameras that can help us identify people, maybe put bad guys away. What about that? And I guess predictably, the mayoress says, well, first of all, tries to avoid answering at all, okay, which is the theme of this video. And then when she does answer, she said, well, we have to make sure that people who are in the country without permission won't be prejudiced. Different people, y'all, different people, subordinates who come out and say, you can't speak to her about that. She's the mayoress. She's not gonna answer your questions. You have to stay in line with your questions, reporter guy. So yeah, y'all, I am of the opinion, I'm of the same opinion as the reporter. Look, I get it. You don't want to be asked questions way off topic, right? I think almost any question about Seattle is a relevant question. But if the reporter came out and said, hey, well, what do you think about the fact that the Super Bowl is being held in Miami instead of New York? Do you agree? It'd be like, that's not really a Seattle related question. So can we stay on topic? The mayoress of Seattle probably wants to answer questions about Seattle, maybe even Washington State in general, depending on what the question is. So yeah, stay on the topic at hand, but what about Starbucks leaving? That's a Seattle related question. What about the fact that shots rang out close to where you were giving an interview the other day? That's a Seattle related question. What about the fact that you don't want to answer questions? That's a Seattle related question. So yeah, I think it looks like she's running. I think it looks like she's not prepared. I think it looks like she's hiding. I think it looks like a lack of transparency. But now y'all know what I think. I want to know what you think. Do you think Katie Wilson is running, hiding, ducking, dodging these questions as because she's not ready, because she's unprepared, because she doesn't know what to say, because she's just good at not answering questions on the spot, because she's trying to control a narrative, because she's trying to train the media not to go off script? What do you think it is, y'all? Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. But before you do, please stop, hit the share button. Share this video out over email, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all your favorite social mediums. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all, and we'll see you back in the next one.
You know that we are a paralegal school. If you've been watching our program now, you know that we've been around for 23 years. You know that we help people get going in the paralegal field. You know that we've helped hundreds of people since 2003 start their career in the paralegal field or even move up in their career. Our certificate is good nationwide, and our program comes with an internship placement so that you'll get real experience on your resume. If you're interested, y'all, we are running a discount for all of our YouTube subscribers. Click the first link down in the description. Join us